Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brad with Despite Fitness, and it is kind of, I guess, later on a Friday night, kind of wrapping up a week of training, and looking to put together a video. I'm actually a little bit behind. I've been doing more filming and recording than I've been actually editing and producing. So I'm gonna try to get a video out here, and I want to go back to kind of the middle of last week, and I guess today is 420. But middle of last week, doing some bench training, and what I did is I was watching some some stuff on YouTube. I am kind of a rabid YouTube content consumer. There's a bunch of people and things that I watch, and one of those was the podcast for Matt Wenning. And he had on George Halbert, and this is kind of going back a bit. It's not a fresh podcast or a webcast or whatever. But anyway, he had on George Halbert, and George Halbert is really kind of pound for pound one of the best benchers ever. Fantastic bencher. And so I watched that podcast, and George Halbert talked quite a little bit about using bands to increase his bench, and how that really helped him figure out how to really truly activate the triceps and things like that. So that's kind of what I need to work on myself, is working on tricep activation and getting a little bit more bang for my buck out of the triceps in the top end of my bench. So I think going forward, what I'm going to work on quite a lot is some band benching, so that I can try to do better and get a better top end bench, because that tends to be where I fail. So, going into the training, that's kind of what I was doing. You'll see the setup, and that's what I did. So, check it out, and we'll see you on the other side. I guess that's the video. It's kind of nothing super crazy, nothing super fancy, just getting in and doing some training, and then doing some of the auxiliary stuff, getting some extensions with the tricep push down. I like using the rope that you saw me using, just because I have to kind of squeeze it, so I feel like it works grip a little bit, as well as kind of hitting those triceps. So those have been kind of a staple of my training as of late. And then due to the surgery in the arm, and kind of having some issues with some mobility, and being able to hold on to weight, I've been using that machine shoulder raise, and I found that that's pretty nice. I like that a lot. So kind of just getting in and getting some movement in. Nothing super crazy with the weight, and just trying to improve subtly. At this point right now, kind of in my life and in my career, I'm not super concerned about the next meet. I'm not super concerned about my numbers. Really, I'm just trying to be as big and as heavy as I can be and still check all those blocks that I need to check for the Army. So unfortunately, that includes running. So I think I've talked about that a little bit. The running kind of program stays the same, essentially. Still kind of just starting out with a mile as I train, and then slowly but surely bumping up the speed, and going faster and sustaining faster speeds, as we go along. So that, given an extended period of time, I've kind of slowly ramped up that run time, or I feel ramped down that run time, and I'm more capable of running faster for longer. So that's kind of how I'm approaching as a powerlifter, who did very little running for quite a while, trying to work on getting my run time down. So if there's any of you that are out there, whether for work or for the Army or for otherwise, looking at trying to change up your training a little bit and doing a little bit more running, the suggestion of kind of working with the treadmill and doing that mile distance and slowly but surely kind of ramping up the speed, that may be something that you find very effective for you. I've always found that it's very effective for me, pretty much my whole life. So that's kind of why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it. If there are any questions or comments, concerns, what have you, leave them in the comment box below. I promise I will respond. And I always want to thank everyone for checking out the videos. If this was anything to you or helped in any kind of way, shape, or form, like it, share it, subscribe it. And I do appreciate the subscribes, guys. It does mean a lot. And yeah, so I think it's Friday night. I'm going to go have some beers and kind of enjoy the family. Got to get up early and do activities tomorrow. But with that, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Remember, no matter what it is you think you can't do or the things that are holding you back from the things that you want, train despite, guys. You either find an excuse or you find a fucking way. That's it, guys. Appreciate you checking it out. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.